It's 18 people, including Savannah rapper Quando Rondo. Now you're looking at exclusive video that WJCL 22 News gathered at the scene of a raid of a home in Savannah to collect evidence as part of an ongoing investigation into the Rolling 60s gang. Now, this is the same gang that the Chatham County District Attorney described Rondo as a manager in an indictment that was just released. And tonight we have learned that this is not the only home that was raided by a joint team of city, county, and federal law enforcement. Indictment accuses him of being a leader of the so-called Rolling 60s gang. From Savannah Police, the Chatham County Narcotics Team, and agents from the FBI and the Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms searched from 6 o'clock in the morning until almost 9. Law enforcement tell WJCL 22 News they were looking for evidence connected to the Rolling 60s gang, which they describe as violent and connected to illegal drug sales. Bowman, or Quando Rondo, was charged with traveling to Macon, Georgia to purchase marijuana after negotiating the price for the gang.
Accused of being a leader of the Rolling 60s.
In the Family Over Everything gang, it states they sold marijuana to a confidential informant and even traveled to Atlanta to pay a supplier. Reporting in Chatham County.
The rapper is in the Chatham County Jail waiting to learn if he'll be granted bond. Quando Rondo is an accused gang member facing drug conspiracy charges. And we want to go live now to WJCL 22 News' Nakaya Carrero in downtown Savannah. Nakaya, have they arrived at a decision yet?
While Shannon, a decision was not made today, as Judge Tammy Stokes says she needs more time to decide on whether or not the rapper will be able to get out of jail.
We're here for the state of Georgia versus Taekwon Terrell Bowman.
Taekwon Bowman, better known as Quando Rondo, walked into a courtroom packed with family members and supporters Friday afternoon. Bowman is facing multiple charges as part of a 49-count indictment that includes 18 other defendants. His lawyer arguing he is not a danger to the community and should be released on bond.
The community, my client is like a local hero. Born and raised here, done good, had a successful business.
But the state wants him to stay behind bars, saying he faces a violation of the Street Gang Act for a reason.
The Rolling 60s are currently one of the largest and most violent street gangs in Savannah. And that man is the leader of them.
Defense attorney Jonah Pine says his client has no reason to sell drugs.
He's got the support of one of the greatest record labels that this country has, the same record label as Led Zeppelin and Ray Charles.
But the state says that means nothing.
He is a flight risk, Your Honor. He's very good at multitasking. While being a performing artist with all these obligations, he's been able to be an active member in the gang.
Now, as Bowman sits in jail, Judge Stokes says she needs more time to consider both arguments.
I'm not going to rule now. I'm going to take it under advisement.
And Nakaya, some evidence from the defense was presented in court today.
That's right, Shannon. The defense presented a letter from Atlanta Records where the rapper is signed to, speaking on his behalf. And they also presented a schedule that includes performances, events, and appearances the rapper has in the case he does bond out.
Yo, 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 it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in on Quando Rondo as it broke into the news last week that he'd been indicted with 18 others on drug and gang charges in Savannah, Georgia, where he's from. And I'm adding links in the description for WJCL where you can watch the news clips in full at. And I'm going to go back over a little piece in the write-up in just a second to speak on what's going on today with his bond situation as he made that court appearance yesterday for that. But we saw the news break, and then it came out this week that the homes had been raided, 5 of them. Key things that got spoke on there. The FBI, the police, and the county area or whatever, all working together with this situation on this case, investigating, trading information, and they also have a CI, confidential informant, meaning that they have had somebody on the inside working. That don't mean that it's somebody from their crew. It could have been an outsider. But either way, he's getting direct information, phone calls, text messages, and maybe wearing a wire or videotaping everything that he had going on. And when you caught red-handed, You're caught red-handed when it's a confidential informant in this. If you delivering him something or he delivering you something and taking money for it. This how they gonna do every time. And I'll say this again. No murders mentioned when I hear this thing getting spoke on. No lives being taken. So I do want to take that into where we are today. Yes, if you break the law, you get caught breaking the law, that's your ass. You don't do the crime if you ain't ready to do the time. That's how the game gonna go. Ain't nobody gonna feel sorry for you. They ain't gonna have no excuses for you. But I'm not gonna put this out here like they out here, this super violent group of guys out here murdering, shooting up houses with innocent kids, and they out here trapping. Fentanyl, dangerous for people you're selling it to and yourself. You gonna have to take what come with that when you sell that type of stuff. Just keeping it a band with you. Some niggas are selling fentanyl and don't even know that they got their hands on fentanyl. Whoever they scoring from or grabbing a issue from is selling it to them already made. They just try to make a quick dollar. The game go like that. The game is the game. I don't make the rules. The game always changing and going to something different. But now the prosecutor, as I heard him in there, calling Quando Rondo a leader, saying he's a danger to the community, really pressing that line in there on him. His lawyer's like, man, this guy signed to, I want to say Atlantic, one of the major record labels. He said, hey, Led Zeppelin, Ray Charles, why isn't my client getting a bond? And the write-up says this: Savannah rapper Quando Rondo, who is facing 4 felony charges, including a violation to the Gang Act, appeared in front of a judge Friday for the first time since being arrested a week ago. Rondo, a.k.a. Tyquin Terrell Bowman, will have to stay in the Chatham County Detention Center after the judge says she will have to review arguments from the state and defense before determining whether to grant bond. Bowman appeared on multiple charges as of a 49-count indictment that includes 18 other defendants. His lawyer argues the artist is not a danger to the community. In this community, my client is like a local hero, said attorney Jonah Pine. Born and raised here, done good, had a successful business. And the judge is clearly considering the situation because she could have said denied. She want to sit on it and think about it. This is some real stuff to be in. We seeing a lot of this going on in the rap game right now. But it's getting realer and realer and realer when they try to make you out to be the head honcho and criminal of a CRIP gang in your city, saying y'all the most violent. I'm going to say innocent until proven guilty, until more details come out. And so I'm going to say innocent until proven guilty. Got to wait and see till all the details and everything comes out with the case. Tell me what y'all think, man. We got more coming, more videos, all that. 1000 for shit show. Stay on your pivot.